Drum roll, please.
Oh my God!
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Florida's #1 hockey podcast, The Cats and Bolts. Let's get ready to rumble!
Oh my God, you weren't joking. Ben Cass, well, hey, good night, everybody. It's not going to get better than that.
Who needs coffee? Jeez.
It's all downhill from there.
That'll wake you up in the morning.
Oh my God.
Or afternoon.
Producer Ben Castro. I'll say Happy New Year, Bill Lindsay. It's your first Cats and Bolts visit of the season. How you doing, man?
Nice.
We're almost a quarter of the way through the season.
That's
we
excellent.
finally got you. Yeah.
Glad to be here with you.
Yeah, good to be. Hey, everybody.
Well, this is at least we're somewhat established into the season.
Yeah, we have
Game
some
two.
things.
Oh, tell me who's winning. Who's going to? Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
predictions and stuff like that.
Once
Yeah,
we
of
get
course.
to this point, we're starting to form some ideas.
You want to talk about established? It's season 3 of this show.
Wow.
Episode 7 already. I
Goes
can
fast, huh?
I can confidently say that Bill Lindsay is our most frequent guest here on the program. So I want to thank you for that.
I love coming in, Rod.
Yeah.
You've become a dear friend over the years.
Yeah, I love it.
You know that, so it's been special. And heck, it's easy for me. Glad to do it.
Yeah,
And
easy drive. Yeah, we have a lot of fun here. We're going live on YouTube, so folks, if you have questions or comments as we roll for Bill Lindsay and myself, producer Ben reads them. As you see, we've changed a few things up here on Florida's favorite hockey show, but the biggest reason for the success of this show is guys like Bill Lindsay. So we appreciate that.
Oh, don't sell yourself short.
Well, that's what I believe. That's what I believe. And by the way, we want to welcome our sponsors and thank them. Unbridled Weddings and Events in Wellington, named top 10 wedding planners in the USA. If you're getting married in South Florida, relax and let Bree handle all the details in Wellington. DM her. And also CoolBet, coolbet.com. Sign up today and get your welcome bet bonus up to $250 with the promo code RP200. Okay. Bill Lindsay here. Let's get real serious as we get.
Serious right off the gate.
Well,
Huh?
just the Panthers.
Easing in.
Panthers coming back off the road. Are you happy to have them back?
Yeah, good to be back and good statement win to end that road trip
Yeah, I
against
think so.
Vegas. It's important. You watch this team, Rod, over the last few years when they need wins. I know Barkov, Kachuk's out of the lineup, but when they need wins during the regular season, they find them. I just go back to last year, right around Thanksgiving. They had lost 6 of 7 games. Day before Thanksgiving, you got Toronto. You have Thanksgiving Day, then you have to fly to Carolina and play a home and home back-to-back with Carolina. You won all 3, which you're in a slide, and it really could go the other way. So that's what's impressed me with this Panther group. They know who they are. They understand their identity. Even without some of the star players in the lineup, they can plug and place, just go after it, and understanding who they are and what they're about. And that will get the job done. Goal scoring this year is going to be an issue for them to overcome that, but still, it's a very, very confident group in there. I believe in games like Vegas, end of a road trip, you're 500, you want to be a game over coming home, and those are kind of the games you look at.
Yeah.
Litmus test, can we win? Yes, they do, and now we get a little stretch at home.
And I think the fans will be happy to see him. You get the sense that they love their Cats here.
No.
There's something different about you. What
Something
did you
different.
do? Did you get new teeth or new
No,
glasses?
new teeth.
Well, they're very
Glasses.
bright. Maybe that's
Glasses.
what it is. Yeah, there's
Well,
something.
I paid a fortune for them, so that's good.
Okay, yeah.
It should be somewhat bright, somewhat straight. But
Yeah, they look good. They look.
I paid a fortune for them, but that was a while ago. They haven't changed since.
I knew you would have lost them the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, many
playing
times.
hockey. Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, Ben Castro. We have comments already from the audience.
I see. Also, I love the glasses. I need to say it. So we got T from the 203. What's up, Rod and Bill Lindsay? What's up,
Everything.
guys? And we got
Welcome.
Ben Cobbs. Rod, what's up, brother? I didn't get my gear last week. I'm getting it this Friday.
That is Benny. He's going to try out playing goal. Welcome to the club, Ben. Welcome to the Goaltenders Union, man. We're glad to have you in it. And he plays on the adaptive team, Benny Cobbs, and he's very excited to be playing
That's
goal.
awesome.
So yeah, exactly, Benny. Well, I can't wait to come down there and see you play. So get the comments going. It's so much fun going live, eh?
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Streaming,
Yeah.
be a little bit dangerous.
Well, it's not open line. I can at least.
Yeah, can filter it out.
Yeah, but
Yes.
everybody's most fun that we have is Ben trying to pronounce the names. Like number 27 for the Panthers, we can't still say it.
Yeah.
Can you say it?
Yeah, Lou Osterinen. Lou O. That's all you got to
You
remember.
practiced it for a while.
Well,
Okay.
he's been on the team for 4 or 5 years. Should figure it out by now. But all you got to remember is Lou and a little pause. and then Osterinen.
Oh, my God. They're already jumping. Okay, hang on. Let's back it off for a sec. No, hey. This is so much fun. I'm so happy to have you here. Can you read the last question, Ben? Because this is a gooder.
Do you think there will be a lot of fights Saturday?
You know what they're talking about.
Lots of fights.
Tampa's coming to town.
Yeah, Tampa. No, there won't be a lot of fights. It's
wouldn't
regular
think so.
season. They just sort that stuff out. It's a rivalry, though, which is nice. You talk about Edmonton, Calgary over the years, New York Rangers, New York Islanders, Florida.
It's right there.
Tampa. Elite. And again, Tampa's still hanging around this conversation. What a job Julian Breezeball and that staff has done to keep that job and window open for the Lightning. We don't like each other. It's plain and simple. So the question out there, will there be some fights? It's a possibility. You will see a lot of ferocity in that game, and the temperature will be running
Okay, well,
high.
you've been around this little thing for 30 years. When did you pinpoint that the Panthers and Lightning don't like each other? Because it hasn't always been that way.
It took a long time for us to be good at the same time. That
Right.
happened about 6-7 years ago. And then Tampa went on their run. We went on our run. And last 6 Stanley Cups have been represented by the state of Florida, 4 Stanley Cup champions. Imagine if that happened and it was the Ottawa Senators and the Toronto Maple Leafs.
The world couldn't handle
would
it.
happen?
The world couldn't handle it.
Or
No.
even going back, if it was the Rangers and Islanders with that kind of dominant performance, or same thing with even the Flames. It's good down here. That rivalry is massive. And whatever you want to say about the NHL and where the teams play, where they're at, where they're located, state taxes, doesn't matter. You look around the league, it's got superstars everywhere, and it's got quality teams. It just so happens that we've been able to put it together recently along with Tampa Bay, and that's why this rivalry's became one of the game's best.
Well, I got here at a good time 5 seasons ago because
Yes.
it's been nothing but great. I don't know what it was like before. I heard, and I don't want to go back. But this, Lisa, I appreciate. And Lisa, are you a fan of the Cats or the Bolts? Which, by the way, this show is morphed into exactly what I want. We have fans from both teams watching all across Florida. It's Florida's favorite hockey show. Thank you, and everybody that does that. But the night of the fights, when I see you in the press box, it's zing zing. It's a flyby. We never really get a chance to chat. I haven't asked you about that last preseason game. I want to say it was whatever the date was. I think it was September 27th or something. Mm-hmm. You couldn't have seen that coming. Who saw that coming?
Yeah, you're not expecting that. Well, when I played, you did. You fought.
Well, it was a
training
different
camp,
time,
and
yeah.
Preseason games lasted 5 hours.
Right.
Yes, you could never get off the ice. It doesn't happen much. And especially with what's going on, all of a sudden it just broke out. And that kind of says something, the way that training camps are set up these days. The veterans trying to get their legs underneath them, the young guys trying to make a mark, and that one just kind of blew up.
Yeah.
You just don't see that kind of dislike during the preseason when you're just kind of scrummaging back and forth. It's up and down, the pace is there. You might see a fight here and there, but to see that between these two teams, I believe Tampa Bay thinks they're back, and they do. They got a legitimate shot again.
They should think
with that. Yes, they should think that, and we're trying to three-peat. So that's where it kind of spoils over into a preseason game. Tampa Bay, we're not going away. We're here, and they want to stick with us. And the Panthers, hey, we're on that mountaintop at this moment, and it could be preseason, could be regular season, could be postseason. It's great for the fans.
It's not going over well in Tampa that the Panthers are now Big Brother, obviously. And you know what it's like on the other side, so you don't feel bad for them.
Little brother.
Right, but Lisa says she's a Bolts fan. Good. So thank you, Lisa, for checking in. And I did not expect to go down this road, but that's fine because I only had 3 questions written down. I already asked one. Nothing was really said. Like the Lightning got the buck thrown at him, $100,000 fine for that.
Yeah.
And Cooper, $20,000 or $25,000, and he didn't say a word about it. Like, what were they trying to do? Do you want to say?
No. What was Tampa trying to do? I think it just got out of control.
You don't think they can come in with a predetermined?
No, John, especially the coach. John Cooper is not saying a word. After all the years that he's been behind the bench.
I didn't say it was him.
Yeah, maybe the guys in the dressing room, they could start to stir the pot. But it happens on the ice. It's a spontaneous combustion. All of a sudden, one player says something, there's a chirp, and then there's a push, and it's starting to go. No one likes that. And with the Panthers, the way they've built their team is we don't want to be bullied. We want to be the bullies, not push us around.
Clearly.
And maybe coming from that Tampa standpoint is like, okay, you want to do it? We can stand there with you. So maybe they're trying to send a preseason message because
You don't think it went back to the playoffs?
Last year, somewhat, because we've gotten the better of them the last couple of times.
Yeah.
Before we got the better of them. When the pendulum swings back and forth, it can go back into the playoffs. But you have to understand that there's only a handful of regulars dressed on both sides. So most of those players in that game know they're being sent down the next day or a day after that.
Yeah.
So why not get my money's worth? Hey, I'm in the battle. I know I'm going to the American Hockey League. Let's make it worth
Make it worth it.
That's where the young kids trying to make a statement and understanding this is maybe the closest I will ever get to this rivalry, or if I want to be a part of it, here's my chance.
It is awesome.
Yeah,
but I can't remember.
That's where they bring it in.
I can't remember the guy's name. Bad on me, Lisa. You might, but I want to say Sexsmith, but it wasn't Sexsmith. The guy that went after Ekblad, like
That's a sexy name.
Yeah, remember we know guys named that, but whoever it was came on the ice and he went right at Ekblad and drilled him. Like, you can't tell me that wasn't premeditated. Is all that I'm saying.
From his side, yeah. Well, if he's had something out for Ekblad, I don't remember the scenario.
Ekblad elbowed Hagel in the playoffs. Right?
Yes. So, go out and get Ekblad. Yeah, attack Ekblad. They're going to stick up for themselves. There was a bunch of the Hagel elbow on blindsided hit on Barkov wasn't too bad itself.
All right.
So if you want to go back into that and what they're trying to get there into the last postseason, there was statements on both sides. The Hagel hit on Barkov, and we're going to stand up for our captain. The Panthers are. And Hagel's an important player if they want to go after Ekblad in the course of a preseason. Ekblad's big enough and strong enough to handle that kind of stuff.
She knows her stuff. Sabourin.
Oh.
That's that. Thank you. Not Sexsmith, Sabourin. That's on me. So thank you, Lisa, for chiming in and being part of hockey, Florida's favorite hockey show. I'll tell you one last funny story. My neighbor Fish lives 2 doors down. He's never been to a hockey game in his life. Born and raised South Florida from Lake Worth. He's always been saying, Rod, can you take me to a game? That was the first game I ever that I took him to.
Yeah.
So now he's like, when can we go back?
Yes.
I'm like, Fish, they're not all like that.
Everyone still enjoys the fighting. It's a good part of the game. They've got it under control to some degree, where it's not just a melee every time that you step onto the ice. But you do still have that element, and you can protect your league's best players, and that's an important part of it. Intimidation still exists in this league.
Yeah, I agree.
You have to have it. If you go behind and you watch the Amazon Prime series again, playing against Carolina, Brad Marchand yelling out, "You guys scared over there against the Hurricanes? We're coming." That's the understanding, and there is a part of him. The intimidation that you can get from not even fighting. If you are strong enough and physical enough these days, if you play like Sam Bennett, if you play like Kachuk, and you got guys like Greer and Gadjevich on your fourth line that can stand there and they can play, but they can also wallop the crap out of you, things can get very, very interesting. And that's where the Panthers like to push that button. It becomes a battle. The playoffs for the Panthers becomes a battle of attrition for the other teams. Mm-hmm. Can you stay with our style for 60 minutes? Sometimes. Can you stay with it for 7 games? The answer has been no the last couple of years. But 20 minutes is good for a lot of teams. 40, 60. They wear on you. It just keeps coming wave after wave after wave. And it's relentless style of hockey, and you have to have the right players to play that system. So that's where Paul Maurice, the coaching staff, Paul Maurice changed it all around, said this is how you win in the playoffs. He was exactly right.
Well, so, okay, it's so awesome having you here. Somebody said, this isn't a fan podcast. I'm like, no, it's not. We bring in the hockey guys like this, and the reason I bring that up is I feel like the Panthers fans, and all fans, but they expect the Panthers to be playing now like they were in April and May. And I'm like, it's not possible to play, I don't think, that style 82 games.
It's hard. Not only 82 games, but you've been to 3 straight Stanley Cups, and you've won 2 of them. You try and prepare in the off season. The other teams are getting 5 months to lift weights, make their body stronger, get into conditioning. I remember when I missed the postseason, I could put on the 10 or 15 pounds in the off season you lose 10 pounds of muscle during the regular season usually. Mm-hmm. So you don't have time to really lift and put that kind of weight back on. So you're just in a constant battle with yourself, trying to eat, trying to keep enough food in you. Fatigue becomes a problem. And yes, that high intensity, where the Panthers are built, is the understanding that defensive hockey works. So it's not always about that heavy forecheck. They can get by with the taking away speed. They can take away speed through the neutral zone about as good as anyone, and the defensive part of the puck. Those are mandatory things that you must do. And I talked to Paul Maurice. I was in a conversation with him the other day, and he just said, I'm letting some of my guys off the hook. We're in on the forecheck, and I would want them just to flat out hit guys all the time. I'm just in the understanding at this point that maybe the legs aren't there. Just going in, just rubbing out, taking out the body is good enough at this point. And that's the understanding that you have to be able to grab onto your players and get through this. Every day you have to evaluate your team. Where am I at? Where's it at with the rest? You're going through the injuries. You're not trying to overload your top guys with Barkov and Tkachuk out of the lineup, trying to balance it out. And that's where Bill Zito and this club and all NHL teams get tested with your depth. But it's a constant thing to battle, and fatigue is real. And it's not always the physical fatigue. It's the mental, especially as this season gets going. The dog days are real. When you get into January,
they're not
February,
they're not November.
Yes,
right.
But when you get into January and February, and you're having to push through that's where the real test becomes. That's where it will be again for this Panther team, and they've been able to show it time and time again. And it's about proving yourself, about greatness. This is what the Panthers have done, and what Tampa did. You're talking about borderline greatness. We will talk about these teams as some of the greatest NHL teams that have ever existed. And if you go a step further, and the Panthers were able to three-peat and go to 4 straight Stanley Cup championships in a salary cap era, that would be a dynasty. You would have to, in a salary cap era, it's uncharted territory, and that's where they're trying to get to.
Sure. Well, we have that fun dynasty talk all the time because we all kind of said 3 in a row as a dynasty. But somebody brought up the other day on my other TV show, they're like, the Oilers won 4 in 5, and we refer to that as a dynasty, which it was, right?
Yes.
2, 1 off, and then 2. That's a dynasty.
Yes, that's a dynasty.
Yes.
But that's salary cap era. Much different.
Harder to do.
Harder. And remember, during what happened here with the Panthers, it was done during a flat cap with COVID. So you're going through these Stanley Cup championships, and you're not being able to raise the salary cap and pay above and beyond of maybe what are expected. Bill Zito's doing his job, getting these players under contract, keeping this group together. It's much easier now. Kaprizov, $17 million. If you want to keep a Stanley Cup, if you won the Stanley Cup this year, whoever it may be, and you got contracts upcoming, well, we're going to 95, we're going to 105, we're going to 110. It's going to be much easier with that kind of approach, knowing that you're going to be able to stabilize your roster and have money to spend.
Have you seen these new ads? They're saying the golden era is here now.
I've seen them.
You've seen them, and they're awesome.
They are.
I love Bedard. I love Celebrini. But what about what the old farts are doing?
In the middle.
Well, especially the old guys. We like old guys.
Like Crosby, Malkin, Ovechkin, all that kind
of
crew.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah,
Marchand, the Standard Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've led the charge. They've been the ambassadors for the league. We had the Hall of Fame inductions just the other night, and the importance of that is the understanding. When you watch all those players go into the Hall of Fame, Rod, they've represented themselves, but they've also represented the hockey community.
So great.
And the best part of the hockey community is that there is always a sense of humbleness behind what they're trying to do. The ego is, if they could stand up there and thank every single person, they would. right from their Pee Wee days. Everyone on that stage would, and that's the kind of approach. Ambassadors for the game. Now it goes to Crosby, Ovechkin. They were expected to be that. They've done exactly that. Crosby, down. Now, McDavid, it's time to do your thing. You look over at a player like Nathan McKinnon. They are perfect examples and role models of what you want. And to become on to that type of level, you need talent, but you have to be incredibly driven inside to push yourself and your body behind limits to establish, to become one of the greatest of all time, to get into the Hall of Fame. You have to sacrifice pretty much everything and put it towards a singular goal. And the important, like Zdeno Chara speaks eight languages.
Heard that.
And he runs marathons. All of these people that get into that level, I firmly believe would be successful at anything they decided to do. They opted to choose hockey. And the ambassador, and that's why our sport is in such a great place, is that, okay, well, we've got the older guard that you're talking about, but what they represented, and it goes on all the way. You could go decade to decade to decade. And you don't ever hear anyone say Gordie Howe or Wayne Gretzky, I don't look up to these guys because this or that, or because there was a cockiness to them or an edge. No, it's class. It's personified. It's grateful. It's about the teammates and everything that they're able to bring along the road. We're in fabulous shape with the way the game is set up and the young talent that's coming into this league.
Lisa, the Bolts fan, says hockey is at its best right now. So much talent in the league. I would totally agree. But as we're sitting here, what I love about Ovi, he looks like the 11 o'clock beer league player. And that's not an insult. No.
Have you ever seen him with his shirt on?
No, but I've heard. Is it built like a keg, huh?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And you think this guy's the best goal scorer
of all time.
In the history of the game.
Do you think he'll hit 1,000?
He'll try. He'll stay around. So he's a 900. I'll pluck him in for 25, 30 more. So that puts him around 925, 930 at the end of this year. It's going to be tough. That's a stretch. There is going to be a dip at some point. And then all of a sudden, if it becomes 15, 20 goals, then you're talking to the age of 45, 46. That's 1,000's a stretch.
Well,
I would never say if somehow he got to 40 this year and that kind of mark and said, okay, I'm still there and I don't see the drop, then I'm saying 1,000. This year's critical. I would say at the age of 40 or where he's at, that if he's still able to get to a big number, then yes, 1,000. If you see a big dip down to 25, then I think the concern is real and he might not get there.
You know who's the guy we got to ask is Alan May, because 3 years ago when it became a hint that he might hit 894,
yeah,
I texted Al because he wasn't having a great year. Mm-hmm. And I said, is he going to get it? And he's like, oh yeah. There was no doubt from Alan May, and he was right.
Yes.
So I'll ask Al. He won't be here Thursday night because he doesn't travel with a Cap, or not every game, but he's not coming. But Marchand is 2 points off 1,000.
He's close.
I think it's 2.
Yeah,
either way, he's got the 5-game goal streak going. He's the best Panther right now.
Without a doubt. Where would that trade? We don't win that second Stanley Cup without him. He goes. The engine never stops running, and to see this guy at his age, got to meet him off the ice last year when he became a Panther, just stunning. The rat, the image that he portrays, it's almost like wrestling.
He's not real?
There's this persona on the ice, but he is so down to earth and so class. We saw that when one of his best friends lost his daughter at a young age, and he took time off to go up to be with his best friend during the regular season and be part of that. He sat down, first time I talked to him, and it was in depth. It was in conversation. When you sit down, meet him for the first time, you ask him a question, he's going to give you a real answer. He's not going to beat around the bush. It's going to be honest. It's going to be truthful. And it's not going to be a sideways. You could ask him any question. It might be a dumb question. He won't give you a sideways look. He'll think about it, and then he'll just give you an honest answer and response and retort to it. And that's part of the leadership of being on an original 6 team, knowing Boston Bruins captain, how to represent, how to be out there. But he feels a lot more comfortable in his body as who he is as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Now to say, okay, the media during the Stanley Cup run, this is what we're doing, and it's just layered of in-depth, which as a reporter or someone covering the game, you have to be standing there. Wow, he is giving us this
Pearls.
much pearls in the dressing room. He's loved by the teammates, leadership, and everything that he's gone through. But he like I was just talking about the Hall, which he's got Hall of Fame numbers. He's got two.
We're watching a Hall of Famer.
Yes,
live.
So that's what I was just talking about with these people. Is just they have this epitome of just the understanding of what greatness is on the ice, but also off the ice.
Well, I think it's one of the reasons we get along so well is we love the game of hockey so much. And he comes back from Nova Scotia, being part of that under-18 team, coaching it, and then he scores the 2 goals. To be in the building.
And he's looking skyward after the first one. That brings tears almost.
It's so
when
great.
You start to see it.
It's so great. It's funny when Zito said, it was during training camp, he was talking about Brad Marchand. He goes, doesn't it feel like he's been here forever?
It does, sort of, in a way.
It does.
Yeah.
I don't know why
he fits seamlessly into a Panther uniform. So he goes right into that uniform. And credit to Brad Marchand. When he first came to our team, he was injured. When he got in the lineup, our PK was rolling. One of the best penalty killers of all time. He was not in the initial PK rotation, had second power play duty. So he played with Patrice Bergeron forever. His assumption, if I'm on the other side, if I'm getting traded to Florida, well, I got to be playing with Barkov. I played with Selke Trophy centerman forever.
Pretty lucky guy.
I'm sure I'll be playing on the wing. Nope, you're not playing on the wing with Barkov. Okay, Bennett, Kachuk. No. We're going to put you with Luostarinen, and we're going to put you with Anton Lundell. What's he do? Okay.
Lights it up.
That sounds great to me, and just torches it in the playoffs. And he made those 2 players so much better.
Yeah.
Like so much. The teaching and just learning by example, the education that Luostarinen and Lundell got on the spot was something that it's undeniable.
And they're at another level this year, too. Right?
We need them. We need them.
Well, and speaking of, by the way, what was the most tearful goodbye of you leaving a team? Because you've left a few.
Here in Florida.
Was it?
Yeah. It was tough because just the community, I'd fell in love. This is with the place and that early team and that early success. I had family, I had friends. I was established in the NHL. I enjoyed. It was hot, just like it is now. When we first got down here, it was booming. It was thriving. People loved hockey. I'm not going to lie, I was a flip-flops and shorts person. It suited me. I grew
Still
up.
are.
But I grew up in Canada. But that part of it, I felt, wow, the winters are going by so fast. Done practice. Okay, well, let's walk around. Let's go down to the beach. Let's hang out. Let's go for a bike ride. And let's practice the next day. You have a lot of time to get your mind off the game of hockey. So traded to Calgary. I grew up in Fernie, British Columbia, just across the way, very close. So I was very excited to go to Calgary from that standpoint. But it was hard to leave Florida. I was going to Calgary knowing I was going to be out west around the place that I grew up was a fabulous opportunity, but something here about South Florida, the players that I met, the guidance that I got, there was just something that made it extra special. And when I had to say goodbye to it, it was hard.
Oh, and the reason I bring that up is as a broadcaster, I've left teams and it's hard. It's hard for everybody. So when Marchand, anybody who has to do it. So when I watched the Bruins, when the Panthers went back there, the emotion in the building.
Well, that's 16 years. 16 years. And you're a staple, a fan favorite. You already had that one Stanley Cup in your rookie season there and just continue to grow. He was, and we all know Boston.
Benny? Sorry, the camera. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
We all know Boston sports fans. They're for real.
Right.
Yes. So if they love you, they love you forever. They're gonna embrace you. And Brad Marchand, he falls into that category. When you look at the other sports, Tom Brady, the David Ortiz, different type of players, Bergeron, but they know their sports.
Same region.
Understand their sports. I mean, the basketball teams had unbelievable success, always. The Pinnacle, one of the standard bearers, and then all of a sudden the Patriots, they became everything in the NFL.
Sure. Well, and the reason
Boston,
and they still love Brady up
and
there.
the Red Sox finally crashed through and won the
Sure.
World Series.
But the reason as I land the plane here, there's a lot of Bruins fans here, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
And one being Johnny O. He's been on this show, Johnny O's Gymnasium. He's texting me during that game going, Rod, why couldn't we keep him? You could, see the tears through the text. And Marchand leaving wasn't easy for him. He said it, right? He wished he would have handled it differently. It's emotional.
It is.
Right?
It's Brad Marchand, it's emotional. It gets to a point, and there also becomes an understanding when you're that competitive and you have a chance to go to a team that maybe has a chance to win a Stanley Cup. Mm-hmm. You're first and foremost a competitor at heart. You have goals. Hockey goals would be, I want to play in the NHL. That would be, okay, well, I played a game in the NHL. You want to score a goal in the NHL. The biggest part of it is now becoming a regular. Now you belong in the NHL. You are an NHL player. That sets in. Now you're on your way. The only other goal, if you don't have this and you're an NHL player, should be to win championships. I regret it. Can't do nothing about it. But it is tough to leave the sport with not having a championship ring. It's demoralizing. So he wanted his rookie season.
Yeah.
So we're looking 15 years down the road and wondering, do I ever get another chance at this? So the goodbyes are tearful, but does it outweigh having a chance to win another Stanley Cup?
Clearly not.
And that answer was no for Brad Marchand.
He could have gone back this summer.
Yeah, he could have went back. The decision was there. Boston, if you evaluate, they're off to a good start. Not in a situation with the Panthers that he felt was best. And to the organization's credit and to everyone in the dressing room, there's a certain bond in that dressing room that is unique. And he knows it with Boston, but with our ownership group now, from Mr. Viola down to our general manager, down to our coach, there's a lot of belief and cohesiveness. And among that cohesiveness, now you understand that there's love and trust. And once you feel that as a player and you win that championship,
hard to leave. Yeah.
So I've gone to this place. Now, the option of going back to Boston is there, but I'm in a situation that is new. It's refreshing. Let's ride this out because Boston will never be taken away from him. Always go back there. Like Gretzky played for 4 teams, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So just think of it from that standpoint.
You want to talk about painful goodbyes?
Yeah. So it's hard to leave teams and situations. Some of the greatest players of all time have done it, and he made the choice, and it ended up winning a Stanley Cup.
Benny, we'll wind this up here right away. But the one thing that I mean, the NHL is looking at what's going on in South Florida now, going, what's going on? And you just explained why they kept Ekblad and Bennett and Marchand and everybody in the summer. But the rest of the NHL is going, what's going on down there? Mm-hmm. And you just explained it. Mm-hmm. And Bob's not going anywhere either, then I wouldn't think.
No. Once you become on a team and it becomes to this category that there is, so I'm sitting beside you in the dressing room and I wholeheartedly love you as a player and how hard you work, and maybe it's the captain Barkov, but I'm watching you every day and how good you are, and I'm going home at night after practice knowing I got to wake up and I got to practice as hard as that guy. If I do not, I'm letting my teammate down. I don't feel sorry for myself. I feel sorry that I let my teammate down, and that filters from player to player to player. You are sitting in that dressing room with the dependency and trust and understanding that guy is going balls to the wall. I have to have that same sort of commitment. And with that commitment becomes an honest love for the person sitting beside you. And to have love, and then there's trust, and there's belief. And Mr. Viola calls it serviceable leadership. Your leaders are there to serve others. And that is what Barkov and the leaders are there to serve other people. They are not to be served. They are not to be looked after. They are the examples. And it filters down throughout player to player. And once you become and you feel that as a team, it's really hard to let go of, because you so badly want to be part of that. And that's why we've been able to keep these players with that part of understanding. It's a special, special place to play hockey.
And now you know the rest of the story, everybody. That he just explained what's going on here and why this team is going to win for a long time.
What was that? Oh, what was the radio show back in the day? The rest of this story.
Paul Harvey.
Paul Harvey, thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
A lot of the kids won't know who that is.
Yeah,
But
that's way over the head.
yeah, Kirby has checked in, says, hey, Billy, Kirby Lupel from the
No,
Cats
I know
and
Kirby.
Rats.
Hi,
He's
Kirby.
Great guy, Kirby. Thanks
Yeah.
for checking in. And we're not over time, but we got to go. Ben has a date.
Ben's got a date?
Yeah, let's bring him on.
What do we got? Who are we dating, Ben?
No, I don't got a date. If there's any pretty ladies out there want to go on a date, you let me know.
Lisa, the Bolts fan, just saying, we got a guy here. Betty, what's up at here at Podcast Junkies? You guys are rocking and rolling.
We are rocking and rolling. We are busier than ever. Just probably had my best month last month. I'm signing up people left and right. And if you want a show produced by yours truly, Ben Castro, come on by to Podcast Junkies.
How many podcasts are you doing out
Ben.
here? Yeah, Billy would, yeah.
I'm almost at 40 clients now.
Oh, my God.
Hey.
Where do you have the time?
I don't have the time.
You don't have the time.
I don't
yeah.
have the time.
Here's the thing. You could date Ben, you'll never see him. Because he's working all the time, making money. So
Exactly.
yeah, all right, Ben. Well, Billy, this has been awesome, man. Thank
Rod,
you. Appreciate you.
Pleasure.
Always.
Tampa fans out there, we all love you too.
Yeah,
it's all
thank you,
great.
guys.
State of Florida, hockey, man.
It's the best place in the
Wow.
world. It's the best place in the world. We'll see
Your
you.
boy Bedard's cooking, huh? Well,
eight points in a row.
I know you're
8 games.
salivating over there.
8-game point streak.
I can't believe you didn't bring him up.
Next week. Next time.
got through
Next
this whole-
time.
we
When,
got-
when he's got 25 games with points in a row. Yeah. All right, everybody. We'll see you at Ameribank Arena, Caps and Cats. She liked that. You may be getting a call, Ben. Lisa liked that. We'll see you next week here on Cats and Bolts.
Oh, almost caught it.